Hello everyone and welcome to Coffee with CA with me, your host Geena Bharwani. Tell me something which no one knows yet as to how you became the man that you are.
I'm a CA by profession, but teacher by passion. So trust absolutely is a cornerstone of any partnership. You have to be very objective as the captain of the team. You have to hold them together, give good reasons and a growth perspective. Is bigger, better, bolder. Now technology is making a huge impact on the profession. Technology is a driver. For example, your own product, Zoho, we have implemented that in our office and recommended that to many of our clients. Pop-ups, reminders, all those things. And going up to the preparation of financial statements, the HR module. Today we say that passing CA is a good beginning, not an end in itself. You gather information from various sources, try to corroborate it, finally come to a conclusion whether it gives a true and fair view. The CAs are called partners in nation building.
It's beyond the balance sheet, which will touch base on the fun, quirky side of every chartered accountant.
So I think that's the one myth I would like to bust, that all CAs are not serious and number crunchers. They also enjoy the finer aspects of life. We are high priests in the religion of financial discipline.
Hello everyone and welcome to Coffee with CA with me, your host Geena Bharwani. What does a chartered accountant of over 33 plus years experience, teaching 10,000 plus students, 1,000 plus seminars look like? So that's exactly who we are going to be interviewing today, CA Jomon George. He has touched lives through his books, his seminars, and his teaching. So grab a cup of coffee and let's deep dive and learn all about his journey. Hello, sir, and welcome to the show. We're really happy to have you over here today.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm going to start off with this. You have taught 10,000 plus students, built a firm that has around 8 plus partners, and you've written a book. But tell me something which no one knows yet as to how you became the man that you are.
Yeah, that's a very, very complex question. There are many elements into it. Let me start by saying that it's the journey of 33 long years. In fact, 36. I was in science stream and then consciously shifted to commerce stream.
All right.
And I graduated as a topper from college and then took up chartered accountancy. I'm from Kerala. I came to Chennai to do my articleship.
Correct.
So then 92 I qualified, and since that it is 33 years now. Mm-hmm. It has been a very long, challenging journey, but more so rewarding. And the first part of it is being a chartered accountant, building up a firm has been a dream, and never wanted to remain small. We're still trying to grow. And I always say that I'm a CA by profession, but teacher by passion.
Okay.
Because that's in my DNA.
So why would you say it's in your DNA?
DNA because from my mother's side, my mother was an English professor.
Correct.
And in her family, there are a lot of teachers. And I've been inspired by many teachers here, Bhupati sir, Manoharan sir, who left us unfortunately last week. So many of them very inspiring teachers. So that that runs in my DNA. And to add to that, my father was a first generation cost accountant. So I'm a blend of a cost accountant and an English literature teacher. So as Shashi Tharoor famously said, I chose my parents very wisely.
That's a very nice way of saying it. So you've always been into teaching. Please continue.
Yeah, I went back to Cochin after passing out my CA, and then I went to the institute, offered myself to be a teacher for taking classes.
Correct.
And at that point of time, we were getting reorganized at the Ernakulam branch of the CA Institute. And we restarted the classes. And first 2 years, I was taking taxes. And then shifted over to auditing, which I continued to teach for another 18 to 20 years. So it's in that process that I could touch the lives of 10,000 CA students. I still continue the passion, though not in regular classes. I've been addressing members across South and sometimes abroad as well. Mostly in the Middle East, addressing members on which topics of current relevance.
So that's quite interesting, the way you have chosen your parents and then chosen a pathway of teaching as well, chosen your partnership firm as well. So how did you build your partnership firm? Because, it builds with trust. And what's one lesson which you learned over there while building this firm?
Yeah, I joined as early as 93. I joined a firm as a partner. I was there as a partner for 11 long years.
Correct.
Where we worked together, added partners, and we were growing. And for my own reasons, aspiring to be in the Institute's council and things like that, I moved out in 2005 and founded my current firm.
Correct.
Present firm is called JVR and Associates, where we added partners. All of them are my students. I've been trained under me.
Okay.
And we have an office in Trivandrum, an associate office in Dubai, and one in my hometown also. So trust absolutely is a cornerstone of any partnership. But then to that, we have to add a lot of components. One is the mutual respect and doing the respective roles very responsibly. That's very, very important in a partnership firm.
Correct.
And we have a slightly different form of doing things. We have verticalized our firm. It is not that everyone doing everything is not there. It is a partner, there's a compliance partner, there's an audit partner, there's a taxation partner. So me as a founder partner, I specialize in certain areas of strategy, business consulting, valuations. We've done a few IPOs also. So that's how we have verticalized. So building a partnership is not easy. I myself moved out from a partnership to pursue my own dreams, and in very good terms we parted, and then created a partnership over the last 20 years now. So September 1st is going to be our 20th anniversary. In between, one partner left. So partners coming and leaving, it happens in every profession, every business. But then you are very objective about what you really want to do. So irrespective of the partners changing, it can happen. It is a very dynamic environment. You have to be very objective as the captain of the team. You have to hold them together, give good reasons and a growth perspective. That's very, very important. That's how partnerships go on. And we need to build larger partnerships. In fact, our PM recently said we should have big fours, not only international firms within India, domestically grown big firms. So many are working on that. We are in our way trying to grow. And the baseline of our firm is bigger, better, bolder. Bigger is aspiring to grow. In terms of deliverables, in terms of revenues, in terms of adding people, delivering knowledge, and giving a platform for learning for our students. Better is improving every day. Every day.
You have to learn, unlearn. Really.
Absolutely. That's where even in the way we deliver the reports, or now technology is making a huge impact on the profession. We need to discuss that as well.
Sure.
So that is being better. Bolder is taking a new initiative, like adding a new partner, opening an office, trying to have an association abroad. Now it's all a global network, so there are a lot of issues there. So we can work it out.
So that's really nice, sir. You mentioned that your firm was involved in a couple of IPOs. I want your top 3 tips which companies should keep in mind, especially when they want to go for an IPO.
Yeah, there are many things. In fact, it cannot be confined to 3. There are a lot of aspiring companies who would like to tap the capital market. Now, as you know, there is the SME IPO, which is for smaller entities, the main board IPOs. Primarily to structure the company to have that kind of volumes in place. So you need to have the size for it, and aspiring for an IPO, it takes some time. One is to have your internal systems, processes proper, so that you pass the test of the regulator. SEBI would do all that is what's required. Then to identify a good real merchant banker. Then he would drive. If you are worthy of an IPO, the merchant banker would drive, make sure of the SEBI compliances, the stock exchange listing, and all that. And then is how you market the issue. You need to have a good team to have the retail market tapped, the institutional market tapped. And there are many things which brings into the success of an IPO. And when the secondary market is buoyant, normally IPOs sail through, and even loss-making companies in the current scenario are sailing through with multiple times of oversubscriptions. That can happen. But it's a very challenging game. But then the equity route, once it is tapped, your compliances have to improve, the secretarial compliances, the financial reporting, periodical reporting to SEBI and the regulators. So it's altogether challenging, but in the value creation happens. In fact, a lot of Kerala companies, if you look at a company like V-Guard Industries, a share which was issued for 82 rupees way back in 2008. After split, it is in the range of over 350. So as a 10 rupee share at this point in time would have 4,000. So that's the kind of multiples, the value creation it has happened. To become a multi-bagger, there are many examples. I was just giving you a Kerala example where I was personally involved as a consultant.
That's nicer. So you spoke about also how the accounting profession is evolving with time, right? And what do you, or what are your thoughts, especially when it comes to how technology can be incorporated? Where do you see that happening in audit, in accounts, in other aspects, compliance? So give me your views on it.
Absolutely, it is evolving, or it is evolved over a period of time. Now, today,
Correct.
technology cannot be seen separately.
Correct.
Technology is not just an enabler now. Technology is a driver. How fast you are and how far you would go depends on how leverage you are on technology.
Correct.
Today, when even the junior assistants in our office today, they need to be reasonably tech savvy. Everything happens. A company registration, there's hardly any paper. It's online. Even the stamp paper is e-stamp.
Correct.
You file a GST return, you file income tax return. Everything is online today. Therefore, technology has become an integral part of the profession. Now, the next level is the AI revolution that's happening.
Correct.
So AI would not replace, there is a scare that it would replace. To an extent, yes. All the routine, mundane jobs which were being done by accountants manually or with the very little use of technology will be replaced by, processes like robotic process automation,
Correct, yeah.
RPAs and things like that. That's on the one side. The other aspect of it is that firms have to essentially have a tech partner.
Correct.
In the process of building up the capabilities, they should onboard a tech partner. And the institute is considering what is known as multidisciplinary partnerships,
Okay.
where we can have techies on board. So those are the things which we should really gear up for.
Yeah, that's very rightly put, sir, especially that you said that, it's not an enabler, it's a growth partner right now.
Absolutely.
And also Institute is taking initiatives. So talking about the Institute, what was your role like as a chairperson of SIRC branch over here?
Yeah, I was regional chairman of the Southern Region in the year 1920. That was the 7th year of my being in the regional council.
Yeah.
So the regional council per se does not make policies. It does implement, and it acts as a conduit between the central council, the policy makers,
Yeah.
and to the branches in the region.
Correct.
So that way we have been trying to be an ambassador of, passing on knowledge partner, passing on, conducting a lot of programs, classes for the students. And of course, at that time, the institute was in the major tech transformation process. We have something called the SSP now,
Correct.
self-service portal. From a hugely paper-driven environment, revolutionary change. And institute is leading from the front. It's not just preaching about
Correct.
technology. So SSP came in as a revolutionary change. At that time, there are a lot of structural changes required at the regional office level here. We call it the decentralized office, as well as the SIRC office. Both places we have been trying to partner with that kind of a thinking, that kind of a very strategic revolutionary initiative, and then partner with that, enabling that at the level, including staff training and all those things.
Yeah.
So that was a major thing. And me as a faculty, wherever I visited, not as an ornamental chairman, I also tried to deliver value by delivering lectures on topics which are of current relevance and how the profession should position itself.
Yeah.
That is the role I played. And incidentally, we bagged the second best region award, which I received from the Lok Sabha Speaker,
Yeah, that's
Om
nice.
Birla in Delhi.
Yeah. So you've done also multiple lectures, right? You've done 1,000+ presentations. What is one presentation that you feel that people in India still get wrong today, and that's why there needs to be knowledge sharing in that aspect?
Yeah, that's a very, very good question. In spite of lecturing multiple times, addressing branches, members in
Correct.
large conference of 3,000 plus, 4,000 plus chartered accountants, to smaller branches where you address a small compact group,
Correct.
where one-to-one interaction is also possible. The real spirit of the profession, the real spirit of the work which goes into making of standards, professional pronouncements like standards and auditing, has not really percolated down to the members level. There's some kind of I would say that the membership would, I don't want to talk negative about it, but the membership should catch up, because we are in a very, very stringent regulatory environment now.
Yeah.
We have multiple regulators. The institute's disciplinary mechanism is there.
Yeah.
You have the NAFRA, which is a super regulator. So with all that, the MCA is coming down with heavy penalties and all that. You have to be extremely vigilant and compliant about what the institute has got worked on, the bringing out literature. I was member of the Auditing and Assurance Standards Board. It's a policy making arm on auditing standards way back in 2005. There I know seen the work which goes into the formulation of the standards.
Yeah.
But I think members should catch up with that spirit and apply that at the work desk every day. It should become a work DNA
Correct.
of every CA firm. That is something which I think the profession and its membership at large, not the profession, the membership at large individually at the firm level have to really catch up and comply with, so that we are not taken to task and we deliver value. And in that process, the faith of the public image, the public confidence in the profession also gets enhanced.
So, what can a technology company do in such a case where, there are so many compliance penalties and all of it, especially in the audit department? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's absolutely necessary that the companies or any reporting entity for that matter leverage substantially more on technology. It first starts with the accounting compliances, making sure that the accounts are proper, updated, and the required reports are generated. In the first place for MIS, the Management Information System, and of course then for reporting to outside agencies, including preparation of financial statements. That is where I find many of the recently, not very recent, for example, your own products, the Zoho, we have implemented that in our office and recommended that to many of our clients, where the features are very, very good. Reports being generated and pop-ups, reminders, all those things, and going up to the preparation of financial statements, the HR module, all that is, and communication module, all that is really good. So the advantage is that when you absorb that much of technology for this, the top team can concentrate more on the finer aspects of management, finer aspects of financial reporting, than wasting time on the routines. Even for the lower level or the mid-level accountants and management, there's absolutely a need for having a product like Zoho or some product which is there that is mostly about accounting. And when it comes to auditing, most of our firms have now, there's a term which is slightly old-fashioned, it's called CAT, computer-aided audit techniques. And CATs, a lot of audit software have evolved over a period of time, where there is one major aspect is that judgment takes a backseat, and it is tech driven. That selection of a sample or setting materiality levels, all that is done by technology, so that it is more objective, it is more defensible if you are found taken to for disciplinary proceedings or any kind of questions, you are able to answer with the aid of technology. You have done that, and without much of human intervention and prejudice coming in there.
Correct. That's nice. So, going forward, how do you see, especially students that are getting into the field right now? Give me 3 or 4 aspects which they have to keep in mind, especially with technology going on, evolving every now and then, right? So, how do they keep up to it?
The students, yes, the curriculum, the institute's curriculum has been changed to adapt to this kind of a requirement.
Yeah. Earlier, it would have only ISCA as a separate subject, but now I think it's a part of everything.
Part of everything, there is a blend of technology. And post-qualification, the institute has got the DAB, the Digital Accounting and Auditing Board, and they're taking a lot of initiatives. AA courses are happening. So today we say that passing CA is a good beginning, not an end in itself. So a fresh CA should essentially, as a student and after qualifying, more so the young CA should essentially take up these courses and gear up for the changes that AI is bringing about.
So if 90% of the work AI is going to take over, because we do see that happening, especially in audit, in accounting and all of it, what is one thing that cannot be replaced with AI and still needs human intervention?
Yeah, that is being discussed at length in many forums, and the differing views as well. I feel it is the final judgment when it comes to true and fair in financial reporting from an audit perspective. Accounting, there is not much of the accounting. Mostly accounting work can be done by AI, but auditing is something which is framing an opinion about financial information, financial statements, where the final judgment is very, very important. You gather information from various sources, try to corroborate it, and finally come to a conclusion whether it gives a true and fair view or not. The final end product of an audit is an opinion, which is conveyed through an auditor's report. There are different ways of looking at it: giving a clean report, giving a qualified report, adverse report, sometimes a disclaimer, you wash off your hands saying that we are not able to because we haven't obtained sufficient information. But here, when it comes to the final framing of the judgment, on overall financial position of a large entity particularly. I don't think where artificial intelligence can really help. It is where the human brains have to really work, and the judgment and assessment of reasonableness. That is something which I feel will not be replaced, and that is where we feel that to that extent, the auditing profession will not be swept out by the AI revolution. That is that's the thinking I have.
That's nice, sir. You've taught around 10,000 plus students. So what was one journey of a student that really made you think like, oh, wow, that is actually like a great thing which he did or she did?
10,000 students over a period of 20 years. So you cannot keep track of where they are now and what they're doing. But we always try to instill in them the extra confidence than passing CA, running an extra mile. It may not be many in the 10,000 students. Then many of the students have worked in my office as well. So I think the new gen is confining to the workplace, just the work and their family. So many things they can do. One is that to aspire to be, contributing to the institute, and of course, in blossoming forth in different ways. A social connect is very important. Social connect is something which the new gen, according to me, is lacking. Associating with organizations like Rotary. There are many moments where they can contribute to the society, stay connected to the society, and all that. So there are many of them which comes to my mind. There's one, Mr. Thomas Matthew, who is regional director in EY, and then of course in my own hometown, Cochin, is an all India rank holder, Razi Moeddin, who is actively into academics, taking classes, and he has restructured the firm which his father formed many years back. All of them are in partnership, and they are all aspiring. Many of them, these are two examples which comes to my mind. But then I think the new gen, particularly the students passing out, they should run an extra mile than confining to work. Of course, they're all getting placed. We had recently, my office had celebrated the 100th CA who passed out from our office. Where when you look at the 100, they are, some of them, I think they have given their capabilities, I think, run an extra mile to be extraordinary, to be unique, to be more contributing to the society. And the institute proudly calls ourselves. It was coined by none other than late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam when he came as a chief guest for the CA Day. The CAs are called partners in nation building. We do in the economic growth of the country and what we are today. The profession has played a very pivotal role. We have partnered, partaken, and participated in the forming of the new India, and where India is aspiring to the new enterprise called India, the profession has contributed. So I think the young generation should contribute more, run that extra mile, and be in the service of the institute as well as a societal connect.
That's nice, sir. You've also authored a book. What was your intention while writing that book? So guide me through that.
I'm an author by, I think, choice.
Okay.
By choice in the sense that I've been compiling some of my speeches, some of my experiences, and then finally it took the shape of a book. It has been able to bring out as a book. That is in February 2021. It is more than 4 years now. It's a cocktail. The book is actually a cocktail. The first part is about life experiences.
Correct.
So the book is named as Trails. Trails, something related to our profession, where the audit trail.
Yes.
The route that we have taken. And then in Malayalam, I put it as Pin Padagal. Pin Padagal is the road behind, or road you have tread over a period of time in life. So that is how the book was structured. So first part is life experiences. Second is travelogues. Where I have traveled, taken note of. For example, I traveled extensively in UK in 2010. And fortunately, we had a guide who was an ex-teacher. So she had very good narrative skills. So it is jotting down things and all that. So somebody who lived in UK for more than 20 years read this and said that we have not seen as much of UK as we have seen in 10-15 days.
That's nice.
And the third part is business lessons. That is being now brought out as a capsule called Business Lessons, as a separate booklet today. So it's a cocktail of all that. So what made me write is that this has been, the flair for writing has been there. That's what I feel. And the feedback is generally good. So I haven't priced, there is no price for the book. It's only the reader's opinion is the value that it derives. So that is something which is there. So that is how the book finally shaped up into four divisions rather.
Yeah.
And then finally it is being read and all that.
That's nice. It's like a concoction of your entire
Absolutely,
life
it's a
journey.
concoction. That's what I said. It's a cocktail.
Yeah, correct. It's like of your entire life journey into a single book. That's nice. So, 50 years down the line, if someone wants to know you, what do you want to be known as?
50 years down the lane is too long a period to fetch, but then still, I would like to be known one as a good human being in the first place.
I like how you put that first.
That's very, very important. That that is the first point. And then secondly, as a professional who has upheld values, and of course developed a team inculcated in the new, and of course that is one part of it.
Correct.
As a teacher, as a trainer, I would say that the next generation, empowering the next generation in terms of topical subject knowledge, as well as the motivational thoughts, and as I say,
Correct.
creating more of drive in them and inspiring them. In fact, when one of our students recently passed CA, she was addressing our office team and said, when I lost once, Jomon sir said, winners are not quitters and quitters are not winners. Yeah. It's a cliche saying. Okay. She says she kept it in her study room, and every day she would be inspired by that. So I would be happy if someone says that I was inspired by, I was charged up by, when I was down, I was geared up by this person. That's how I look at it. So those are the things, yes. And then of course, good friends. I've been extremely fortunate to have good friends around and a supportive family. So with all that, I think to be active, to be little vibrant in a group, in a sleeping group, to wake them up and say that, come on, let's go, and let's go for a trip, or let's go for a party. Yeah. All that is also lighter part of life is equally important. So I don't take life very, very seriously. There is a lighter side. That is what made me write a book. Sometimes do some singing in our private groups, not as a professional singer, but that's how I look at it.
I really hope that you touch more and more lives through your presentations, through your work, through your life. And I've had a lovely time talking to you and conversing with you and just picking your brains on a lot of aspects of life. Thank you for that. And we are on to our next segment. It's Beyond the Balance Sheet, which will touch base on the fun, quirky side of every chartered accountant. So I'm going to be using my phone for this segment. Pardon me for that.
Absolutely no issues.
My first question is, one myth about CAs that you love to bust.
Myth about CAs generally in the public are that they are very, very serious people, and many of them factually are. Then I said earlier, like I said, the social connectivity is a little less. So I think that's the one myth I would like to bust, that all CAs are not serious and number crunchers. They also enjoy the finer aspects of life, family ties, friends, travel, and of course having a lot of fun, partying, all those things. In fact, a friend of mine here, his name is Surendra Menon, and he's a professional singer. There are a lot of people, in fact, a lot of CA groups where they travel together, a lot of fun, musical programs, even skits, drama, theatre, all those things. So, so don't take chartered accountants very seriously. For the professional part of it, yes, we deliver value and we keep financial discipline. We are high priests in the religion of financial discipline. But at the same time, there's a lighter side of life. For persons like me, that's what, it's post 6:30 or 7. I think we are all the same group of people, same old friends. We studied together, and going back to our college days, school days, get together. So I don't think the society should take chartered accountants as very, very serious people who will not have a lighter side of life.
That's nice, sir. So an audit memory that you'll never forget?
Oh, there are so many memories. Traveling across when I shifted from Cochin, or my hometown, which is a much smaller town, and then migrating to Chennai with all the aspirations of becoming a chartered accountant. Then the 3.5 years I spent here. Lot of travel, lot of experiences, and specific incidences. Of course, yes, taking the first flight as a CA student, as about to qualify, and that was my maiden flight, was from Chennai to Mumbai. Where we frequently fly now, the maiden flight is a very, very exciting experience. Correct, and you tend to call up home, call up friends that I took a flight from
That's
Chennai to Chennai to Mumbai, and that was with one of my bosses, Mr. Cherian Baby. So that was a very, very exciting, a lot of fun experiences where making mistakes and then some stupid mistakes and then trying to cover it up before your boss and of course to the client also.
Yeah.
Let your ignorance not show.
Correct.
A lot of experiences. It
That's
has been pleasant. Yeah.
The last thing that you taught a student that made you pause and think and probably even laugh or chuckle in your head.
Oh, I taught the students.
Yeah.
Students, I've always been trying to take a lot of things outside the syllabus, not out of syllabus, outside the syllabus. In a professional course, it's always important that you go much beyond the books, and give them a larger picture of how the profession works, what are the practical aspects of it. I was teaching auditing.
Yeah.
Auditing cannot be bookish. There are a lot of things which even the institute says that the students should visualize a practical auditing situation. So I've been trying to paint a larger picture, the real from which comes from my experience as a practicing chartered accountant, the exposure which I obtained during my learning time as well as a practicing chartered accountant, that I've been trying to share. So students have been, and also bringing a lot of contextual jokes and lighter side of things, and that is how.
So that they remember that while
That's something which you always remember. So that is how you relate, and than just being topical, painting a slightly larger picture, a lighter picture, so that the subject is understood in the context of those lighter things. That's
nice.
what it is.
So my last question is, one thing that you wish you did early on in your career.
In my career, yes, probably looking back the way that the profession works today, I think I should have become more tech savvy. I'm not tech savvy even as of now.
Yeah.
But we have a team, so we divide, and then there's a team which is, as I said, so those capabilities which you cannot acquire all of a sudden, you have a tech partner, or rather, in simple terms, it's outsourcing. So if you ask me, I think I feel a little, I would feel that tech-wise, I should have gained more of a tech experience and become tech savvy, tech oriented. And then it is slowly happening, but I think it should be faster and it should have happened earlier. But no regrets looking back. It has been a wonderful journey in terms of in becoming a professional, making the people around you proud about it, and then being my principal. All of them, many of them are still happy, and we interact with them, gave me a lot of freedom and respect, regard. That it has been a rewarding journey, and most importantly, it has been the student community which you have been able to touch. They're still very close. Wherever you go, travel to Dubai, you go to Europe or anywhere, students across the globe. You go to Mumbai, and at Nariman Point, somebody says that Jomon sir, I was your student. That's a great feeling. That is something which it is cannot be replaced.
Yeah, that's nice.
So that way it has been wonderful, and thank you for having me here and for this Coffee with CA program.
That's nice.
I value this a lot, and any trip to Chennai for me is homecoming. Friends have already started messaging about the evening plans we have. So that way, thank you so much. And Zoho is doing great. Wish the Zoho, the product and the team, a great future, because there are a lot of things which Zoho can partner with chartered accountants, and we would be happy to be part of that journey.
Nice. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you so much for this conversation. Thank you so much.